Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. Listen, I don't even want to do an intro today because today we are reviewing Vieve by Jamie Genevieve. And listen, I just need you to watch this tutorial. You know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, but I cannot do an intro today because I need you to see this makeup. So, bye. I am so excited. Guys, I don't know if you can even see, but I've literally got a massive box of Vieve here. I don't know why it's taken me so long to review Vieve because their products just speak to me on a different level. So guys, if you watched my Cult Beauty haul earlier on in the week, you will know that I paid for all these Vieve products out of my own money, and yeah, I'm just really excited to do a tutorial, really excited to review the products, give you the lowdown, let you know what I'm loving. I feel like I've got really good judgment when it comes to buying makeup. I feel like I can just look at something and know whether I will like it or not. But as you guys know, I'm very, very fussy about products. So I'm hoping that I love everything. I pretty much got a full face of Vieve. I got the Essentials palette, we've got eye wands, blush, modern bronzer, modern matte lipsticks, lip liner, skin dew, skin nova, lip dew. We've got it all. We've got it all. Okay? All right, guys, I don't feel like I can do an intro. I just need to get into it. I need to do it now. So something that I actually really, really like when I've opened all the products is actually the packaging. I love this packaging, the black, the gold. It feels so luxe and so like sleek as well. What I love about this packaging is that if you are a makeup artist doing makeup on clients, this will look so professional in your kit. I appreciate good packaging, and it doesn't really matter to me as long as the product's good. But when you use something that is like such good packaging, it makes you feel like so, I don't know, like looks, like it adds to the experience, which I really, really like. Especially the packaging of the modern bronzer. I'm just living for it. I just love it. So the order that we're going to go in is skin, eyes, lip, I think. So obviously I've already got my base on, foundation, concealer, powder. I have also got on the Vieve Skin Nova. I got this little sample from Cult Beauty. I need the full size of this now. I need it. So basically, Skin Nova is meant to be more with your skincare as more of like a primer moisturizer rather than sort of like with the makeup. I think you can mix it with foundation and things like that. It's a really versatile product, but I'm sure Jamie said that it is more towards your skincare side of things. So I used this as sort of like my moisturizer this morning, which I do like hours before I do my makeup. I tend to leave my skincare about an hour to just sort of settle into my skin before I go in with like any primers, makeup, anything like that. So use it this morning. I'm obsessed. It smells beautiful. It makes your skin look so radiant and hydrated. Really, really nice radiant primer, and I will definitely be getting the full size. Thank you very much. What I'll also do, guys, is put close-ups and prices on screen and everything like that, just so we can actually focus on the makeup. So first product that I'm going to go in with is the modern bronzer. I got the shade medium. So we've got medium 1 and medium 2. So medium 1 is a little bit lighter than medium 2. This is also a little bit warmer, I feel like. This is the only product that I'm kind of scared about because I am so incredibly picky with bronzers, like it's a bit of a joke. But we're going to go for it. So I'm going to go in with medium 1 first, and I'm going to build this up. So this is the lighter one of the two, and just start focusing that where I would normally bronze. I tend to sort of focus bronzer more towards the outer part of my face and then slowly diffuse it in. I like most of the depth and focus to be up here. Taking it around my forehead as well, just to bronze up. No, I actually love it. Guys, it's so smooth. Usually, I don't like bronzers that aren't baked, but this is so smooth. I'm going to go in with medium 2 and do a little bit of like deeper bronzing. This is a little bit cooler as well, so you could use it as like a little bit of a contour. What I like about this is that you've got the option of 2 as well. Sometimes you want to go in with 2, do you know what I mean? You need those 2 different tones in there. So I'm going to focus this mainly on the deepest part of where I want that definition, sort of like around here. So when it comes to like bronzing and contouring, you want to do it quite specific for your face shape. So for me, the widest part of my face is here. I think I mentioned this in my last video. So that's the part that I want to sort of like pull in. But so far, guys, I mean, this is so smooth. You know what, guys? I was so nervous because I am so... Bronzer is the one thing which I feel like I am most fussy about, because there's so much to get wrong. Blendability, how buildable it is, the shade, the tone. Like, I do feel like that is my thing that I am most fussy about, but not many bronzers that I actually like in life. But this is perfect for me. It's not too much. I love this shade. It's warm, it's buildable, it's so smooth. Can't stop looking at myself in the viewfinder. This is a winner. And do you know what? I think you get like a really good amount of product in here. In this, you get 18 grams of product, so there's 9 grams each. In a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, you get 10 grams. So you're nearly getting double in the Modern Bronzer. But, I mean, if that doesn't matter to you, then no problem. But I just thought I'd compare because you know me, I love my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, but this is just equally as nice. Like, no. Honestly, I'm going to keep using this throughout my looks, my tutorials, that sort of thing, and I'll keep you updated. But so far, oh my God, that is so nice. Please may this energy continue. Okay guys, so next up we have the Sunset Blush in the shade Cherub. So I was so torn between this shade and I think it's Malbec, or is it Merlot? I can't remember whether it's Malbec or Merlot. I'm sure it's Malbec. The shade Malbec is on my mind and I think I need it. But I love this pinky shade. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's like that pretty pink. I'm obsessed with pink blush at the minute. I never used to be a pink blush kind of person. It was always like peaches, oranges for me. But recently I'm so drawn to pink blushes. So we're going to go in with this and see how we got on. I'm going to use my normal brush that I use for blush. And I'm just going to dunk into a little bit at first because sometimes I don't know how blushes are going to go on. I personally prefer something a bit more buildable than a blush that's like straight up full on intensity because I find them really hard to blend. So if this is nice and dreamy. It's nice and buildable, not too much. And I'm barely dipping into the product, guys, as well. So it right on the apple of the cheeks as well. And on my nose. This might look like a lot of blush, but when we've got the full face done, you're barely even going to notice it, honestly. I always like to go in with a fair amount of blush. That is absolutely gorge. So next product, we're going to go in with the Skin Dew. So this is sort of like a multitask product. You can put it on bare skin, on makeup, décolletage, whatever. Whereas the Skin Nova is more of a primer that goes underneath makeup. The Skin Dew, I feel like, sits on top of, if that makes sense. So, oh, I'm really excited to try this because I've seen loads of people use it. So I love this packaging as well. I don't know what it is about this tube, but I'm fully obsessed. So when I'm working with products like this, like any sort of like cream highlighters, dewy products, anything like that, I like to put it on my hand first. So I'm just taking a tiny pea-sized amount like this. And what I like to do is sort of work it into like a flat surface, just so my finger has an even distribution of that product on there. So I'm just going in first, and then I'm going to use my finger to apply. I'm scared. What? Are we all seeing this? I'm just taking a clean finger now. No. Are we all seeing this? Oh, that... No. Let's just use all the Skin Dew today and just empty the bottle at this point. That is stunning. Do you know what as well? So user friendly. Like that took me 2 seconds to do. Super, super easy. I would definitely do this as like your last step. I kind of wish I'd done eyes first, just in case I blend up there. Didn't really think about that, but so user friendly. Look at my skin. What? I'm speechless. This is going on my face every day. Look at it. Wow. My skin looks like it's been lit up from 1,000 stars. Fully obsessed. Fully obsessed. I actually feel like pausing the filming, messaging all my makeup friends saying you need to get this in your life. So for eyes, I've got the 2 eye ones in the shade Hazelnut and Raven. I wish I'd bought sand to use as an eye base. I need to get that. And then I've obviously got the Essentials palette. This palette spoke to me on a spiritual level. Like, I just needed it. Stunning. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes in there, and you've got 3 shimmers. Beautiful, beautiful tones in here as well. If you're a makeup artist doing clients, I feel like this will be really, really good for your kit. You've got the black in there. You've got a really nice light, almost like off-white shade. You've got your gold tones in there. You've got like a beautiful transition shade. You've got this gorgeous shade Lava Rock, which is like a cool tone brown that is stunning. I've just dipped my finger in it. You've got like warm tones in there. I'm just, no, I need to get this on my face right now. So what I've currently got on my lids is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Ginger. I don't usually like concealers on the lid. I find that their moisture content tends to crease the makeup a little bit. But at the moment, I feel like my lids are really oily. I don't know whether it's my eye cream, but I'm not going to stop using my eye cream because I really love it. And I feel like my PLOUISE base is just a little bit too moisturising at the minute. So I'm going in with my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and it's working. We're going super smoky today. My favourite makeup of all time is super smoky. I just love it. I love it so much. So I'm going to go in with the Vieve Eye Wand in the shade Hazelnut, and I'm going to sort of use this as like a base. So I'm just going to take that all over the lid first. And I'm being super messy because I'm not blending at this point. I'm taking it right from the lash line up into the crease sort of area. Just like that. Just building up that colour. And that's just going to give us a base for the eyeshadows. I'm taking a fluffy blending brush and I'm just going to buff the edges of that. So this is actually blending really, really well. It's really softening, which is good. It's blending with that NARS concealer really well as well. Just going to bring that up here a little bit. And you know what? Products like this are really user friendly. You can just put them on and go. That literally took a few seconds just to blend out. I feel like if you're just starting to experiment with makeup, or you're a little bit of a beginner, or you really struggle with eye makeup, products like this are actually really, really easy to use. And you can sort of get like a professional effect from using products like this. Even if you put like a little bit of bronzer in the crease and then went in with a shimmer one of these all over the lid, that would look gorgeous and it would look like you'd spent ages on it. So that's Hazelnut all blended out. Really, really beautiful formula, smooth, good coverage. I really like this shade. I could literally do a liner now and that would be me done. Liner, lashes, and that'd be fine for me, but we're not. We're going smoky today. So diving into our Essentials palette, I'm going to take the shade Delicious at first. This is that sort of like warm chocolate. It has a little bit of warmth in it, but I'd say it's quite neutral. It's actually a really, really nice brown. I'm going to take that on a Made by Mitchell ME1, and I'm going to start building that up over the top of that hazelnut shade. Super, super light pressure, really building that pigment at first. This is going on so smooth. I always feel like you can tell when products are made by makeup artists because they just get everything right, like the shades, the formula, how you want them to apply, like it's just a vibe. This is going on so nice. Really, 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 really nice. Just building that up on the outer corner. I want most of the weight of the look to be on this outer corner, and then I'm going to bring it across. I'm just going to do this side as well. Do you know what? There's no creasing on this eye wand, by the way. And do you know what? I've got like a really deep crease and there's no creasing. I mean, if there was creasing, I wouldn't mind because I'm quite used to it and I can just like get rid of the creasing straight away, but there actually isn't any, so that's good. And having that eye wand as a base as well is just so good. It's so helpful for like the depth of the look. I do feel like in makeup, when you mix creams and powder products together, it gives you sort of like this multi-dimensional look. Even if you use like a cream blush and then a powder blush, it just gives this dimension to the look. And I feel like it's the same with the eyes as well. I never really use a lot of cream products on the eyes, but this eye wand is really, really working for me. I'm loving it. I'm going to stop there with that shade, and I'm going to take the shade Buff, which is this middle shade here. Beautiful transition shade, nice and warm, absolutely gorgeous, very up my street. I'm just blending the edges of Delicious with this. So super, super light pressure, barely touching the skin. I'm letting all that product and the bristles do the work for me. So I'm just taking it right the way around. I'm taking everything quite high and exaggerated today just because we are going really smoky. So I'm just pulling that out with the transition shade as well. Beautiful. Again, same on this side. Super, super light, very, very light pressure. I'm going back in with that shade Delicious, and I'm just reinforcing that shade in. When you do sort of like a reverse blending technique where you start with your darkest shades first, you might want to go back in and like reinforce those shades. I find it so helpful with like the blending, the pigmentation. Right, I am actually going to take Delicious a little bit further in. Just a really light dusting. I am going to go in with a shimmer, I think, but I do want that sort of like depth all over the lid. Oh, or shall I go matte? No, I've got to use the shimmers. I've got to use the shimmers. But I do love a matte smoky. This is so smooth. Do you know what as well? It's an easy eyeshadow formula to use. It's not like pressed pigments where you have to sort of like build them up and like work really carefully with them. It's an easy eyeshadow formula, and I feel like if you love makeup, if you work on clients, if you love pressed pigments and you work with that kind of thing, you'll find it so easy. But even if you're a beginner, you're going to find it easy. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to take the shade Raven, and I'm going to do a little bit of liner with this, just a little bit smoky. I want everything to be sort of cohesive, so I don't really want like a really like sharp liner. I want everything to be nice and smooth, so I'm just going in with a little bit of Raven on the outer corner of the eye, just like that. And I'm going to buff this in with a smaller blending brush, tapping motions just so I don't disturb that powder product underneath. Taking a little bit of Goodnight, which is the black in the palette, tiny little bit. I feel like when you're working with black, just, ooh, that's pigmented. Build up slowly when you're working with black, because less is more. And then I'm taking that brush that I used for Delicious, and I'm just softening that black so it just creates more definition on that outer part of the eye. I'm not 100% sure if you can use these in the waterline, but we'll soon find out. So I'm going to whack Raven straight in my waterline, and I'm going to take Goodnight again on a little angled brush. And what I'm going to do is focus that right on the inner corner. So when we put lashes on, it's just going to make everything look a bit more smoother, and the lashes aren't going to look as stuck on, just because we've got that line there to define and just add a bit of shape to the eye and a bit of shadow. It just sort of like, I don't know if you can tell, but it just sort of finishes off this inner part of the eye. Okay, we're all smoked out. I'm going to actually just have a little swatch of the shimmers. So we've got Glimmer, Carrot and Thea. I think I'm gonna go with Thea. I'm gonna go with Thea. I'm thinking that this is best applied with the finger. I'm gonna try it with a brush, but I'm actually thinking that it's gonna be a finger situation. Oh no, actually, that's really pretty. I actually prefer a sort of like overlay of glitter shimmer than like a full-on intense foil sometimes, especially when I'm doing smoky. I feel like if something's a little bit more like a glitter overlay like this is, I think it looks way better. I just think it looks absolutely stunning. I'm glad that you've got that versatility with these eyeshadows, because if I was to pack this on with my finger, I bet I could get it really, really intense and foiled. But by just applying it this way with like a nice small fluffy brush, it gives me that option of having both finishes available, and I love that. Right, let's get on these under eyes. So I'm mixing Goodnight and Delicious just to make a nice deep brown. I'm going to smoke out my lash line with that. So I'm just taking a small flat brush and I'm just going right underneath where we put Raven. Also, Raven feels really good in my waterline, so I'm assuming that you can use them in the waterline. It feels really good, it's not irritating me or anything. Guys, it is autumn, winter, and it is smoky season. I'm done with the summer makeup now. I just want to do purely smoky looks. Obviously, I'm still going to do some soft glams, but I'm ready for the smoke. Then I'm just going to take Buff again, and I'm going to run that right underneath those smoky shades. So just going straight underneath and really buffing that out. And I'm using a Made by Mitchell ME2. So really, really small blending brush. This is going to get you nice and precise blending. It's going to keep those shadows pushed up to the lash line, but also giving you a nice soft smoke as well. So just using this, it's nice and fluffy. I want a little bit of light on this inner corner, so I'm going to take Glimmer on this teeny little brush, and I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corner and really pack it on and build it up just for a bit of light. And that's just going to lift that forward. So the lashes that I'm going to be using are the TATTI lashes and Jamie Genevieve TL Jamie 2. So super gappy, super curly. I'm going to apply them off camera and I'll be right back. I am absolutely obsessed with this makeup. Feels smoky. Do you know what? I just feel like most like myself when I've got makeup on like this. I just love it. So we're going to move on to lip. I have a lip liner, 2 lipsticks and the lip dew. So the lip liner that I'm going to go in with is the shade Velvet Sands. I usually tend to go for something a little bit lighter lip line wise anyway, so this looks absolutely perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips as normal. So this is going on really nice. It's nice and waxy, and that's when you know a lip liner is going to last a long time, is when one is nice and waxy. I really like this shade as well. Love that. Really nice, really, really comfortable, went on fine. And then for lipsticks, I've actually got 2 shades. I've got the shade Coming In Hot. Is it hot, hot or hot? I'm just going to say Coming In Hot. I've got the shade Coming In Hot, and then I've got the shade Vieve. So Vieve is a little bit lighter and a bit more on the neutral side. They're very, very similar, but Coming In Hot I feel like has a bit more warmth to it, and it's a tiny little bit browner. So I'll show you comparison of them both side by side, but I think I'm going to go in with the shade Vieve. If I feel like I want to go a little bit deeper, I'm going to go in with Coming In Hot, but no, this is the best nude. This is such a classic nude. It goes so well with like smoky eyes, but I do want a little bit more depth, so I'm going in over the top with Coming In Hot. Oh, a dream. This is a dream. So I've just mixed those 2 shades together and I'm fully obsessed with this nude combo. I will be mixing these 2 shades for the foreseeable. I really needed a shade like Vieve. I feel like I've been looking for a shade like Vieve for ages, and I've been doing looks where I need a shade like Vieve and I've not had it. So fully obsessed. I'm going to top it off with some lip dew because you guys know me, I need gloss. So I'm going to go straight in with this. Oh, a dream. That is absolutely gorgeous. It feels like a balm. It feels like an oil, but it's thick enough to be a gloss, but it's not super gloopy. You can feel the glitter in it a tiny, tiny bit, but nothing too noticeable. I've actually got lip glosses that are way worse in terms of like being able to feel the glitter, but honestly it's barely like even noticeable, especially when I'm talking. That is stunning, and the shine on it as well is amazing. No, I actually cannot cope with this. Right guys, that is it for my full Vieve makeup. I don't even know what to say. There is nothing bad to say. I actually don't have anything bad to say. It's really nice. Even like, you guys know how picky I am about like glosses, bronzers, eyeshadows. Like, I am so incredibly picky and everything's just gone so nice. Look at that skin dew. Look at that skin dew. I'm fully obsessed with Vieve. And that's all I've got to say. I'd say my favourite things are the eyeshadow palette, 100%. The eye ones, I loved the eye ones. They didn't even crease on me a single bit. I'm obsessed with the skin products, the Modern Bronzer, love the Skin Dew, and I really liked Skin Nova as well. And I love the lipsticks. The lipsticks are so good. I love the shades of them particularly. So that's it from me today. I'm fully on board with the Vieve. Absolutely love it. I'm going to link everything in the description box for you. So before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up when you like this video, and leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!